honestly have to do a huge congrats to Anthony Lee right now. He has a shoe with fucking Nike launching,
dude,
called the Air Sesh.
Air Sesh.
It's coming when?
Beginning of next year.
It's the first dance shoe ever, right? Ever designed.
I won't say it's the first dance shoe, but for street dancing and especially with Nike, yeah, it's like the first of its kind.
You're not ballet dancing.
This is Nike's first dance shoe.
Yeah.
They made a classical ballet attempt one time, and it wasn't really a push. But I think the difference is one of the major conversations that we had was like, you can't encapsulate everything about the dance culture into one shoe. So many people dance in different ways, and dancers already are stylistically fickle. Like you have one pair and then you move on, it doesn't really matter anyway. But when we were in that major conversation with Tinker, it was kind of like, I had said that, I was like, we can't just make one shoe and like call this the dance representation. But he was like, sometimes, especially for the powers that be that are higher up that make calls, you know what I'm saying? They need something to start with. Yeah. So like the shoe was at the end
one
of the day,
many.
It's just a start to a broader dance dimension and representation of the culture. And so amongst that, plus like the push of like breaking going into the Olympics in Paris in 2024, like the culture right now is at
Wait,
like,
dance is going to the Olympics.
It's at the breakdancing was in the Olympics.
Oh, it's breakdancing?
No, b-boying and b-girl breaking is in the Olympics for the first time 2024. Paris.
Oh,
I think
That's
Bart's thinking
cool.
of the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
No, they already were.
You saw it at like Junior Olympic qualifiers or something like that, but to officially become a part of the major Summer Olympics,
yeah,
it'll be the
because
first time in 2024.
skateboarding. You see all those kids that crushed it in Japan?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, like the kids, the 13-year-olds and whatnot that like won everything.
Dude, X Games is over, huh? It's over.
I think so. I mean, there's Olympics now. X Games can play every year though. Yeah. So they'll be the in-betweens.
So for this shoes that you have, what makes it like a dance shoe? Like what's the special?
For sure. We put first. I think one of the coolest things is I remember flexibility needing to be a huge point. So when we had the test shoes, I remember thinking like, these aren't flexible enough. Like they feel like they push it back to the ground, but we need to like be able to stay on our toes at times. And we're in innovation. Literally, one of the main VPs of the innovation side, Risha, she goes out, she grabs a box cutter, she runs back in. She's like, "Where do you need more flexibility?" We're like, right here." And then she takes the shoe and she fucking cuts the sole with a box cutter. And then now it just opens. She cuts a second line and then it opens even farther. And like we tried on, we're like, okay, that's a lot better. And now, for the first time in Nike shoes, there are those two slashes at the bottom of the sole for flexibility.
And Asia, there's kids just cutting the shoes with box cutters.
Yeah. You just cut them with box cutters.
Yeah.
They stab them.
Yeah.
Or like there's a type of rubber on the bottom of the shoe on the front side, like right here and here. One is specifically more grip and one is more slick, so that you can coupe and spin, or you can stop, depending on how you control it.
That's dope.
Wow.
That's really cool.
And there's a glow in dark Nike on the sign on the bottom.
On the bottom, yeah.
Dude, they should make some off-road shoes. They should get tire rubber that with spikes and put it on the bottom of
I think
the
they do. I think those are ACGs.
Oh yeah, the all country gear.
Yeah, all country.
Or all conditions gear.
All country gear is better.
All country gear sounds like some off-road shit.
All country music.
The cat who did Air Jordans.
Tinker Hatfield.
What was that like?
That was amazing. That was like seeing like a hero and then not knowing how to react. But
Did
at
you
the
ask
same
him
time-
what his favorite color was?
No.
That's a good question.
That's a pertinent question.
Who here doesn't know who Tinker Hatfield is?
I literally don't, but I'm sorry, I'm not very cool.
Brief history. Yeah.
You give him a brief history because you know.
So I know a little bit, but he, out of all of the most famous Jordans that you know of that are legendary, that have the crazy
Earl Grey's?
Huh?
Earl Grey's?
Earl Grey's.
Or I don't know, Grey's, whatever.
Jordan 1s, whatever, all those. He designed all of them, and each one of them, it's the epitome of form and function, but also tying in like legacy of Jordan. So one of the shoes, like he would sit there watch Jordan's games, and he's like he plays like he's a fighter jet, like he comes in and crushes it. So like what the old school like World War II planes where there's like the teeth on the side.
Yeah.
Like that's how that's where he would put that part into it. Or or he has like he's one
The cement, the concrete elephant skin cement, kind of on the red and black and gray.
Yeah.
Like that was also like a feature that he just pulled like out of inspiration, and that was like something that was considered crazy at the time. But he did that.
It's just he has a bunch of
Iconic.
hidden like story into every single shoe. And when you're designing shoes is very similar to designing cars, where you're always trying to find that perfect match of form versus function.
Yeah.
Because the most aerodynamic car is gonna look ugly as fuck, and then the most functional car is the most aerodynamic car, it's gonna look ugly as fuck, and the most functional car is also gonna look ugly. So you want it to look sexy, but also be functional, and same thing with the shoe.
Wow.
And he's just like on another level in terms of like, if you think of Jordans, like any subsect of any brand that has almost outgrown the brand itself, there's no other shoe on the planet that's like
He
that.
made sneakers popular, pretty much. Like he made.
Can you do me a favor though? Like, don't shack this up. Don't charge like $9 for your shoes or whatever, because that's what makes them uncool.
I think they're gonna be $110.
That's too accessible.
I'm in, dude. I'll buy 3 pairs.
That's a decent price point though.
You know, Converse used to be dirt fucking cheap, man. That shit's almost $100 now.
Really?
Yes.
Get them for like $20.
A regular Chuck Taylor is $100
Like
bucks.
60.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, no fucking way, dude.
No, they're like 60.
Dude, if you wear Toms, nobody will even steal them off your feet.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I remember when Chucks were like
They're so ugly.
$20. It was $20.
This is true. That was also there's like inflation though.
That, I mean, come on, man. It's canvas shoes with a sole.
What? Speaking of design,
They're almost fucking kung fu shoes.
I think
They're functional kung fu shoes.
I think
That shit
this would be
pays
cool if
$6,
you're into
dude.
sneakers in terms of understanding inspiration, colorway, and design and stuff. Nike was really one of the most powerful stories at the very inception, the beginning of Nike, was it was always about running in the very beginning. Right?
Yeah.
And Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight, the two guys that started Nike, like they
It was
were
Blue
like-
Ribbon Sports back then, right?
It was Blue Ribbon Sports. That was the first store. I think it was in Santa Monica, which is actually where we shot one of our videos.
So they had beer and shoes.
Yeah. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
What the fuck is going on?
There's a container unloading out
Oh, is
there.
that what it is?
Yeah.
Do we need to wait or no?
Yeah, we should.
Really?
That's a wild reverberation, bro.
Okay.
All right, so Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, so from an inspiration, design, and colorway standpoint, with Nike, like it always started with running for them, and they were always about listening to athlete. They were like selling running shoes out of their vans when they would go to like track meets and stuff like that, right? And one thing that I believe it was Bill Bowerman who did, was it Phil Knight? Either way, one of them. One of the things that they did was they wrote a manual called, I think, jogging, because at the time, jogging didn't exist. So what was this is crazy. Jogging was invented in the 1900s by the founders of Nike, and the reason why
That's
I know this is fucking ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that's
And the
crazy.
reason why they invented it was because there were a lot of like professional athletes when they would prime themselves and run at such a high athletic level. If they stopped running, like purely stopped, and as they got older, they would actually run into like physical defects and like disabilities and stuff, or their bodies would break down because they had to go through such rigorous training at one point, and then suddenly not at all. So they
It's
invented
like seeing Arnold
jogging.
Schwarzenegger's saggy titties.
Exactly.
It's like, why'd you stop lifting, dude?
So they invented jogging to keep at that time former athletes in a type of healthy and safe state while they got older and started retiring. So the idea of jogging and why that's powerful is that it wasn't necessarily about like the best in the game jogs. It's like everyone can jog, and it's something that's an access and entry point for everybody, and that's why they chose the original Cortez, because that was a colorway of red, white, and blue, to put on this dance shoe as well, because the intention is not only to create the best athletes of dancers and the best dancers in the world, it's supposed to be a clear entry point, because everybody can dance in today's world. Everybody through social media, TikTok, our generation, everybody dances in one way or another, you know what I mean, whether you're a professional or you just enjoy it, and the whole point to connect the colorway of the original Cortez is to relate dancing to today's jogging.
And America.
In America.
I don't know about that, but I did find a video
There we go.
oh my god.
of our friend Anthony Lee on Nike.com.
Wow, that is so cool.
Today's video is brought to you by Curology. People, there is no shame in the game, especially you basement dwelling smelly dudes out there.
Yeah.
I know I was once one of you when I was 13 years old, didn't take a shower for a week, and washing my face consisted of splashing my face in the sprinkler when the sprinklers were on in the front door, on the front lawn. Skincare can be actually pretty cool because when you see the results of what it can do to your face, you transform something, it becomes a work of art. Okay? Sometimes you can't fix ugly, but you could beautify it as much as you can. And that's why Curology is pretty awesome. They sent me a kit because they were like, yo, Joe, I know you got skin goals. I know you want anti-aging, wrinkles, whatever. Like, you want to deal with this stuff? You got dry skin? I got you. It's a pretty easy way of figuring out what is the best type of formula for me. It's customized, and they can do that for you too. Let's say you want to do something about your acne, pimples, whatever. They have a licensed dermatology provider that's gonna help you on your journey, and they're gonna help you pick and choose. Maybe you need this, maybe you need that, who knows, right? I figured out my formula, and then they sent me a personalized kit. It was really awesome. I got face wash in there.
That's awesome.
I got my special gel cream, and I got a moisturizer because, you know, I want to keep it moisturized.
Yeah, and that's why they're awesome, because it's specially formulated for you by a licensed dermatology provider. So if you're bored and for some reason you have shades on your face like a raccoon, and you're like, I need to get rid of this, they can help you with dark spots and all of that too. So make sure you go to Curology.com/offtherecord to get a free 30-day trial. In 1 month, a lot can happen, especially if you stick to a skincare regimen. Make sure you go to Curology, Curology.com/offtherecord to get your free 30-day trial.
Are you wearing the shoes?
He's wearing the shoes.
No.
When do the shoes come out?
Next year.
That is.
Where can I get that outfit?
I need more
Okay,
shoes.
cool guy.
Nike.com.
Whoa. How come you guys didn't ask us to
Oh
be in
my
the
God.
video?
Tinkers.
Look at he's wearing our jacket and our hat and stuff like that.
Man, that's incredible.
That's Bailey. That's our newest crewmate.
Wow. Those shoes are cool.
You could spin in those things.
You ever tell your mom, like, go to Nike.com? She's like, I don't care, man. What the hell?
They're like that though. They're literally like that.
I honestly will get a pair of shoes for my dad or something.
Talk to me when you're on LouisVuitton.com, dude.
Bruh.
Dude, I'll never get my mom out of Keds, bro. Keds is her shit.
Dude, this is crazy.
That's so sick.
Wow.
Are they all wearing it?
They better be.
I'll wear it and tell you if it's good for dancing.
We have to, you know what we should do? We should all-
That's tight. He's wearing your guys'
fucking
merch,
dope.
man.
Sick.
Crazy.
Dude, you have to pay me not to wear these fucking things. So I'll bring your fucking brand down, dude.
You guys should dress fucking Steve up as a Kinja and then have him
Let's
perform
go.
with you guys, man.
Let's go.
I mean,
That's really.
I
You should all
wouldn't
coach
pay
us in
good money to
dancing,
watch
and we
that.
see who has the best dance.
yeah, and this honestly, this is still blowing my mind because this just came out like literally in the last 2 days.
That's sick,
And we even
dude.
just got
Wow.
approval finally today to talk about and post it. So Kinjaz just posted today, and that's crazy because
It looks dope.
we started this journey with them 4 years ago. And honestly, like, let's be real, when we started 4 years ago, nobody expected it to get to this point.
Yeah.
No way.
And it's also one of those
I said,
things.
hell no.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where you kind of pinch yourself because you're like, I don't know. Let's hope for the best and see what's. You don't want to get your hopes up because it's too crazy.
You know what I like about it? It's I like classic looks.
Yes.
And I like, cause I don't like that fancy shit. I don't wear any
yeah.
Jordans or nothing like that. And I usually just get classic like tennis shoes, and it looks comfortable, and you could go everywhere with it.
Yeah, those are the cuts.
Those
fucking
lashes.
Yeah.
The glow in the dark swoosh.
If I put those on, can I automatically moonwalk?
Okay,
Yes.
here we go. Check this out.
You'll see when you try to do stuff, you're gonna be like, oh.
I can't wait to wear these, dude.
Wow.
Damn, look at that shit, dude.
That's really cool.
Dude, I could
makes
kick
sense.
somebody in the face with that.
They're really flexible.
You should try fighting with it.
Dude, when I was watching it earlier, I was like, dude, you could probably do anything in these.
Yeah, you probably can, dude.
You could probably box in
I'll
these,
work
you could
out.
do anything.
Okay, so you're creating the shoe, right? You have to have a finalized design eventually. But like, this is a big deal. You're gonna be on Nike.com, all this stuff. Big shoe. How do you go like, okay, it's really done now? What makes you get the confidence to go, I'm done, fuck it. I'm
Yeah,
walking
no
away.
more revisions, no more anything.
To be completely honest, we were lead consultants on it, but we don't get to make those calls. And the crazy thing is, if there's anything that we learned, Nike is so big that it's like the people that pull strings, or the people that you have to answer to, or the way that things need to get approved, or like even from day one, it's almost like we got in with the fucking the art club or the scientists of the school.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like the principals and the head people. It was like the people that are like, wow, we really appreciate art and we want to see what we can do. So every single time it's almost like you pass the next test, you had to reprove and re-explain everything about what you were doing to the next tier of who's important. Because I remember the very first time.
The
we were sitting
repitch and
down-
repitch and repitch.
The very first time we were sitting with Tinker, it felt like we were pitching him. So and I remember specifically like the nervousness and the shakiness in maybe I wasn't shaking my voice, but I was in my spirit, trying to look this dude in the eye and be like, yo, like, to be honest, we're always trying to elevate the game of dance to let people know how important dance is to our lives and that it's a sport. It's not just like an art. You're both an artist and an athlete, but like dance is our sport, right? And he's kind of like, all right, I see what you're saying, right? And then years later, this past year, we went to an innovation meeting, and then he's in the fucking lead innovation meeting. He's doing a full presentation with PowerPoints, videos of us. We're about to get on and perform in the new shoe that's finalized. And then we hear him with all of global Nike around the world tuning in to listen to this internal presentation.
Like a giant video conference?
Yeah, giant video conference, 6,000 people or something like that.
6,000?
And he's like, and it's crazy because we're warming up and we're getting ready to go out with a cue. But before this cue, he goes, dance is a sport. Wow. And bro, all of us fucking had the crazy chills because it's like 4 years later.
Did you guys cry?
I wanted to, but I ain't no bitch.
I was like,
stories,
oh
happy
my
stories.
God.
It was honestly so powerful, and like just to feel like we made progress in the shadows. Like people might never ever know.
Yeah.
The complexity or how much work you put in to get something as basic as one shoe. Again, this shoe doesn't answer dance's problems or questions or anything like that. It's just a starting point of a conversation. But to even like get it to that point, how much like sacrifice, dedication, and time had to be put in, and then to hear Tinker like say what you had pitched him 4 years ago, it's like, it's
Do
the
you guys
most
have
incredible
a
thing.
BTS cam following this whole journey? Like, so you can put a mini documentary
Not
later
all
on?
of it. We do have a lot of stuff, but again, Nike's so big, we don't have approval to post so much stuff.
Do you ever go Tinker? Because his name's Tinker. Do you call him Tinker?
Yeah.
Tinks.
Tinky? What's up, Tinky?
Short for Tinkerbell?
Do you go like, do you wear hats because of the name, or like, because these guys wear his hats.
He's fucking tight.
Tinker Hatfield wears hats. Is it because, like, is it part of his brand? Like,
That's part of the Anthony Lee brand.
Designers always dress so damn well.
They do. They just got that eye, dude.
fedoras are
He
hard.
kind of dresses like Anthony Lee.
He looks like he's a
He
sex
just stole
advert.
your stuff. Like he stole your dance is a sport. He stole your style. He stole your hat. He stole your shoe design. This guy's just an art thief, dude.
This guy fucks hard, bro.
The best artists are thieves.
That's true.
But I'm still not gonna say that about this guy's a man.
So yeah, no, but talking to him, you said you met him with him a couple times, right?
Yeah, a few times.
What was that like?
Is your dick like shriveled up the first time you see him? You get like your fucking ball sack just
you
going.
feel like a beta around him?
I genuinely, you know what I'm talking about? Like when somebody's this type of person, when they
Greatness is in front of you, right?
everything that they say, it doesn't fucking matter what you're just like, please keep talking. Do
That's
anything.
tight, man.
Legendary.
That's like the most expensive shoe, I guess, that he designed.
Is that the
Derek Jeter.
Stupid.
I swear to God, that's what it's called. I'm not even kidding. Look at it.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I'm not kidding.
How is that the most expensive?
Air Jordan 11 Retro Premium Derek Jeter.
the colorway?
Fuckers. God damn it. Just because I cry wolf all day long, everything's a cry wolf. Everything's a cry wolf now, too. Complete bullshit.
Dude, but that's fucking huge, man. That's really fucking cool that you
That's
got this,
fucking
man.
crazy.
Big deal, Anthony Lee.
The first step is probably the hardest step to make, right?
How long did it take though, like,
Video open
to get to this, to release it?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Fuck.
And the shoe drops January?
January 22.
2022? Wow.
So some of these things have been cooking for quite some time.
With multiple times where the project could have been scrapped.
Wow.
Multiple times.
Were you scared?
I think, like I said, like we never expected it to go all the way. The fact that we're here, I'm like fucking mind blown, to be completely
Is
honest.
it still surreal? Like, whoa.
Yeah, I haven't fully processed anything. Like I'm still, at the end of the day, I'm still here. If I, like every single time the video cuts, I look at shit and I'm like, oh my God.
Does Jordan get something for being part of Air? I literally don't know.
Not Air, no. No,
okay.
Jordan has Jordan,
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But not Air.
which is a Nike subsidiary.
So I guess he wasn't that good a businessman after all.
Wait, so is Air Jordan a collaboration between?
No, Air is just a department or just a thing within Nike. They have the Air Maxes, the Air Seshes, the Air Vapor Maxes. Like they have a bunch of Air stuff in general.
Jordan is a completely separate, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they have Air Jordans?
They do. They do.
Yeah, so is that a collab separate from Jordans?
It was the Air Jordan when Nike was making it before Jordan had Jordan brand.
I like that the shoes are red, white, and blue. Fucking America, let's
It
go.
was so
American, baby.
nice.
I don't know how to
Go, baby.
match red, white, and blue shoes, but I'll make it happen.
You can match that with anything, I think.
And he said it's coming out other colorways too.
That's really
Oh, here we go.
nice.
Here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
I'm gonna spin like that, dude.
Yo, it looks
Teach me how to
like
spin like that.
a classic K-Swiss and a Cortez had a baby.
I love Cortezes in general.
Green bottoms?
The glow in the dark bottoms.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Swoosh.
Oh yeah, you said they glow in the dark. That's really cool. Because a lot of times before, dancers was kicking each other in the head during the dark
Yeah,
moment.
dude, when the lights go out.
Can't see.
You know, it's ironic. There's something slightly, maybe from a personal pace. There's something slightly bittersweet about it. Maybe because it took 4 years to get there, but at the same time, in taking 4 years, like that's literally like I started when, what was I, like 31? Now I'm 35. You know what I mean? When you think about like a prime athlete, imagine like a 35-year-old player in the NBA. Doesn't mean they can't be fucking phenomenal or useful. But like the fucking 20-year-old's going off right now physically, you know, dominating the sport. And that's the same thing that goes on even with dance, right? There's 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds that are like killing the game, doing the most impossibly phenomenal things that are, you know, like learned, like fighting, right? It's like you learn shit from generations.
But you're an OG though. You're an OG, and sometimes the
I call myself like a
OG,
mid-G right now.
the OG's has to put the shoes on. And
But the
show
bittersweetness is like we finally got dance to a place where it's like, you know, I dream of dance being on like ESPN. I think I like tweeted about this like years ago. I was like, yo, one day people might not believe, but we're gonna get dance to the ESPN. We're gonna let people like look at it in a totally different
Poker's
way.
on ESPN. They're just sitting down.
Exactly.
That's an athlete for a long, long time.
So to get into a place where it's like we're finally starting to make noise, but at the same time being at like kind of the tail end of my physical prime in my career. Again, I might still be a creative director and still be a choreographer or involved in dance in many, many ways. But to be at like my top level athletic performance, I'm waning. You know, I'm coming down on that. You know.
Also setting the tone, and you're offering something of value to the culture.
I appreciate.
but
it.
he wants to be the star.
That's the bittersweetness.
My bad.
I'm saying I want to be the star, but that's the bittersweetness. It's just feeling like, like our time's almost done, but at least we're like finally doing something.
He's the Ron Jeremy directing, but he wants to be the porn star. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I was lost in
I
this.
want to be there, not
Yeah.
over here.
but sometimes Ron Jeremy has to get in front of the camera and show him what time it
Didn't
is.
that fool just get like
That's
arrested?
later. That's later.
All right.
We're not talking about that
Yeah,
part.
what the fuck, dude? Don't ruin it.
I actually really do genuinely mean this. In a way, you're like the Nong Shim of shoes.
Oh my god.
Of shoes.
Oh my god.
Which is that's pretty crazy, man. Like I genuinely.
Dude, he's
I'm
not
in,
gonna-
wow.
Oh,
You couldn't let
wow.